All right, here we go. Never a dull moment for these cardiac Knicks, man. Knicks head into Boston of game 2 of Hell Week, or Rivalry Week, as they call it on TNT, against the number 1 seed in the East, the Boston Celtics. And after an early onslaught of threes by the C's, Julius Randle would rally the troops and settle them into this game. Jalen Brunson picks it up in the second quarter. The Knicks bench would come to play. And by halftime, only down 3. This was a dogfight. And in the third quarter, Jalen and Julius were cooking. The Knicks bench would take over in the fourth. But it would not be that easy as the Celtics come back to bring this thing into overtime. Man, we all expected a crunch time choke job by these Knicks. But Julius, RJ, able to hit their timely shots and timely free throws. Not so much by Jaylen Brown and the Celtics. And the Knicks escape Boston with a 120-117 overtime victory. Let's talk about it, man. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Knicks win. A cardiac Knicks win against the Celtics, man. What a game. A 12-round fight. And like I said, when the Knicks had a 12-point lead in crunch time, 4 minutes to go, you knew it would just not be that easy. And as I said, there was a lot to like about this game. Julius continues his hot play as the all-star starters are revealed today. You hope that his name gets called as a reserve in the coming weeks because he was absolutely cooking Al Horford tonight. Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle combined for 27 points in the third quarter for the Knicks. You had outstanding play once again by the Knicks bench, man, quickly. How about McBride's defensive effort? Even Hartenstein getting in on the defensive action. Obi getting his points. But in crunch time, when the adjustments were made, the Knicks once again had a hard time closing because Boston, you were wondering when Mazzulla was going to send the double teams at either Jalen or Julius or both, because both of those guys, as I said, in the third quarter, were dominating. And it finally came in the final 5 minutes, and the Knicks could not execute. They got caught in way too much hero ball and isolation. And they were also missing their shot opportunities. You know, the guys outside of Jalen and Julius, but it was too much hero ball. They couldn't execute. They couldn't pass out of the double team. And Boston had them right where they needed them to get this thing into overtime, which was unfortunate. But the key plays in overtime, man, you had RJ, the unlikeliest of heroes. RJ hitting his corner 3, putting the Knicks up by 1. On the ensuing possession, Jaylen Brown blows right past RJ and gets a layup to put the Celtics up 1. The Celtics would then foul Julius Randle. Julius knocks down his 2 to put the Knicks up 1. And a not-so-smart foul by Jalen Brunson puts Jaylen Brown to the line, and it's Jaylen Brown who chokes and helps get the Knicks to win. So there it is, man. 120-117 overtime victory. Great win by the Knicks, man. So you now got 2 good wins this week. One over the Cavaliers, one over the Celtics. A lot of us thought this was going to be a tough week for the Knicks. A lot of you guys had them penciled in 0-3. But you still got to play the games. You still have to play the games, and that's what the Knicks did. And I talked about Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle's heroics, and give them credit. You know, without these guys, their offensive contribution, especially in the first 3 quarters, the Knicks aren't even anywhere close in this game. But again, in crunch time, it got a little dicey. So they did their thing. But I got to once again go to the Knicks bench because they are once again a key story in this game in how they played on both ends. Quickly, a great game by Quickly, man. 7 of 12, 2 of 3 from downtown, 5 rebounds. Was moving the ball, getting steals, getting out in transition. Quickly was electric off the bench. 17 points for Quick. Capitalizing on the great game that he had against the Cavs. I thought McBride's defense was stellar. Stellar. Because, one of the sleeper matchups for me was how the Knicks were going to match up with Malcolm Brogdon, with him coming off the bench, and Peyton Pritchard as well. They got some guards that can attack you off the bench, and the Knicks held it down. They held their own and did a great job. I thought Isaiah Hartenstein did a great job in this game as well. He's second game in a row he's played well. And Obi got his shots in as well. So great job by this Knicks bench. And in the fourth quarter, Knicks had a 6-point lead. They're able to push this thing to 12. And then Boston makes their run, man. Boston makes their run. You're watching this lead just quickly evaporate. Knicks getting stuck in ISO, hero ball, supporting cast, ball watching. And it got ugly. It really, really got ugly. But hey, got to make your free throws, Jaylen Brown. So Knicks are able to get out of there. How you guys feeling in the chat, man? Throw an emoji in the chat. Let me know how you guys are feeling. What a game. Shout out to Mac for $120 super chat. Absolutely incredible. Josh, $5 super chat says, all Knicks personnel deserve a ceasefire for the night. Let's enjoy the win and get back to #FireTibbs tomorrow. Yeah, look, enjoy the win, man. This was a good win. This is number 1 seed in the East. They fire away from 3, as we saw. And, two things that helped the Knicks were that the Knicks were able to maintain from 3 as well. Both teams shooting 34% from 3. Both teams shooting 82.6% from the free throw line. Is that correct? Both teams 19 and 23 from the free throw line. Right down the middle. But the Knicks were able to maintain from 3 after Boston went out in the first quarter and just started firing away. Yeah, Julius was absolutely electric. And so they were able to maintain from there. Unbelievable, man. B. Will, $5 super chat. Appreciate it. David Fonseca, $5 super chat says, I think we're seeing with iHeart is him finally giving into Tibbs' philosophy. This isn't the Clippers. If you're big on this team, you play D. Yeah, iHeart's been playing D 2 days in a row, man. Let's give credit where it's due. We've been killing him. Let's give credit where it's due. iHeart, he's hustling as well in the offensive glass. A little of the dirty work, man. Let me get, I think JD's in here. Let me get JD in here. Make sure he's settling in. Get his thoughts on it. And call us up, man. 657-383-1509. Call us up. Give us some of your thoughts on this game. 120-117. Knicks escape in OT, man. What a night for the orange and blue. 2 in a row against some of the top contenders of the East. Put some respect to their name. They'll go to New Jersey on Saturday and take on the Nets in the Swamp. Julius Randle, 37 points, 9 boards, 2 assists. Brunson, 29 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks. Hey, got to learn how to win in crunch time. And they got it done tonight, man. JD, when you're ready to roll, just jump in and give us your thoughts on the game.
Recording in progress.
Testing. I'm in.
Yep. Let's go.
Man, best win of the season. Best win of the season, I would say, because of the opponent. You're on the road. And, man, this was probably the first game, I would say. You got a little bit the last game against the Cavaliers, but this was like the first game that you got a playoff feel to it. It was a great experience for the young players. It was a great experience for the team. Being on the road and being able to get some of that, playoff environment type of feel. You got it all from 4 quarters to an overtime game of runs. You dealt with adversity. You almost lost the game a few times. You had to make free throws. I mean, you talk about everything. The coach had to make adjustments tonight defensively in terms of defending the 3-point line. This was a legit playoff field type game, and I think that's something that this team can take with them in terms of experience and in terms of confidence for themselves in being able to know that we can go on the road or, we can beat a team of this caliber because, when you look at the standings and you look at what their potential is, this team is going to try to get some, that 5, 6, 7 seed around there. And we all know if that's where you're going to be headed, you're going to end up playing a tough team in the first round. So this was a great experience for the team. It was a great win. And, man, you always say a cardiac Knicks, right?
Cardiac.
We were up double digits, and we seem to always find a way to to make it interesting. And I'm like, oh my God, on TNT with Reggie Miller and Charles Barkley. Here we go. Are we really gonna blow this lead and then have these guys have their smart comments? So, but a lot of interesting things to talk about tonight in terms of how they got there. Some improvements that we can point out. But overall, man, this was an outstanding game. I really like the fact that RJ got an opportunity to redeem himself with a clutch shot, some clutch free throws.
Yeah.
Because he had a tough night tonight.
He had a tough night, man. Tough night. It's a big three right after that. It gets blown by Jaylen Brown for a layup.
6 of 18 from the field. And I didn't think he was even going to get the opportunity to hit that corner three because I thought it was an interesting decision that Tibbs brought him back in the game because I thought, IQ was going to get that chance to just close out the game with Brunson since IQ and Brunson seem to have building some chemistry together, playing well together. Mm-hmm. And the coach, made a risky decision there, right? And RJ, give him credit. He rewarded the coach for that decision because RJ, one of the things about RJ I've noticed this year, he's had a lot of clutch free throws.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of times when he goes to the line on a tight game, I know as fans watching the game, we're like, oh man, because he's not like an 85 or 90% free throw shooter. Mm-hmm. But when you compare his clutch free throw moments to like everybody else on the team, he might be our most clutch free throw shooter on this team
right now.
So I like that moment for him. And great win, man. Great win. And now, CP, this is to me kind of developing into a pivotal time for the season. Yep. Why? So far, this has been a season of roller coaster rides, right? 8-game losing streak, 5-game winning streak, blah, blah, blah. When they had that big winning streak, there were questions about, well, how legitimate really is it? Because you're not really beating good teams. Well, guess what? Only Marcus Smart was out tonight, and they beat a pretty healthy Cavaliers team the last game. And I think you have to take these 2 games now. You got to build on this. We can't, let's create a stretch run here. Let's win 4 out of 5. Let's win 6 out of 8. Let's go on a little consistent run so that we can validate the current performance of the team. So I think this is actually a very important time because you cannot go from these 2 great wins and then throw up 3 straight or 4 straight losses, right? So you got the win. Let's realize the moment we have here in the season right before the All-Star break, and let's finish strong. I'm actually excited that the schedule is the way it is because now I'm like, let's get the Nets going on ABC. I'm ready for the Nets now. So exciting times right now. Let's see if they can build on it.
Big time. And, look, to get a win like this, your stars have to play like stars. And Julius set the tone early. Jaylen settled in from the second quarter on. And then the third quarter, it was just your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn. Killing single coverage the whole time. And I'm just waiting. I'm like, when is Mazzulla going to switch it up? When is he going to adjust? You got Julius putting Al Horford on a poster, absolutely destroying him. Then he caught Tatum on a poster. Jalen's killing. It's Derek White. It's Brogdon. I mean, you name it. Killing him. Just getting inside the paint, doing whatever he wanted to do. Knicks dominating the paint matchup. But then in crunch time was when he started to really pressure the ball. He put Jaylen Brown on Brunson, had him picking him up from half court. Then they would send the double teams. They were blitzing pick and roll. They had Julius trapped in the corner a couple of times. And then that's when things started to get a little bit dicey. But ultimately, as you said, they found RJ in the corner. RJ knocked down a clutch three. And then Julius was able to knock down 2 clutch free throws, which was very important. Talk about this Knicks bench, bro. Because for the second night in a row, they've come up very big. Not just the second quarter, but also in the fourth quarter. Quickly, once again, outstanding. 17.7 6 from the field, 2 of 3 from downtown. 5 boards for Quick. I thought it was great tonight, to the point where, as you said, Tibbs went to Quick in the fourth quarter late, up until 2 minutes into the fourth. 2 minutes to go in the fourth. Quickly still out there for RJ. So you could tell that's Mr. Fourth Quarter for Tibbs in terms of just needing to be that guy for the team on both ends of the ball. How about McBride? 3 steals, 2 dimes from McBride. I thought he was ferocious on the defensive end. Forced a lot of critical turnovers late in the game. Hartenstein chipped in on both ends as well. And, Obi got his 5 points in 16 minutes, but I thought he had an impactful 3 late in the game.
Listen, I'll take 16 minutes. It's better than 10, right?
Yeah,
it's better than 10. I'll take the 16 minutes. The only difference this game is he only took 4 shots in the 16 minutes, but that's definitely an improvement. How about that sweet move he had from 3 with E?
Yeah, that little sidestep, that little sidestep was filthy, bro.
That right there tells you how much the NBA has changed. Because in the 90s, that's a drive straight to the bucket. Mm-hmm. But in this NBA game, these players are faking guys out, taking a step back, and they're shooting that 3-point shot. So that was an impressive move. Obi in spurts shows the potential that he can create some quick moves. He hasn't gotten those reps, but that's a positive there. Emmanuel Quickly, I mean, bro, the Knicks got to do everything. You cannot trade this kid, man. You cannot trade this kid. All the analytics are on his side in terms of being a positive, being an impactful player. Like, look at tonight, right? And this is what I be saying, CP. We sometimes box score watch too much. He has 1 assist. Oh my God, IQ, he had 1 assist. You know what? He had a very good game.
Yeah, he had a
very good game. And one of the things that I've talked about in terms of his development, in terms of the past to what he is, what is happening now, IQ is learning to adapt game to game in terms of what is my role for tonight. Do I have to be more of the point guard tonight, or do I have to be more of an aggressive scorer tonight? Tonight's role for him was to be more of an aggressive scorer. 12 shots, 28 minutes, 7 of 12, only 3-point shots. Only 3 3-shot attempts. He was 2 of 3 from 3. Even his shooting is kind of changing. He's taking a lot more 2s now, CP. And he's being efficient in the 2s. Yeah. Remember before, IQ used to just be, in his rookie season, it was all about teardrops at the free throw line.
Right.
Then it was just 3-point shots. Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, this kid looks much more controlled, much more balanced. He's a high IQ player. I mean, listen, the people that argue that he's a starter, I can't argue that. He certainly believes that he can be, but for this team, I don't care. You have his bird rights, you have control, you keep him here, because if this team is ever going to become a championship caliber team, he needs to be a part of that, because he gives you all the ingredients you need to get to that level. And then McBride only 0 of 3 from the field goal, but he was aggressive, attacking the basket. Yeah. He got some foul calls. He was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And just that little bit of offense was able to give him confidence on the defense with 3 steals.
3 steals.
So you saw a lot of times Reggie Miller was giving him props.
Yeah.
In terms of his defensive tenacity, because There's different types of defense that he plays. Tonight, he was high energy, he was tenacious, and he was smart. So when you can get all that together, Hartenstein only made one mistake, which was that huge, that long pass. And you saw Tibbs was upset, but other than that,
he was feeling himself because he had two good ones. He had two good ones.
He's hype. He got a good game. He saw KnicksFanTV. We was hyping him up. So he's like, all right, I got some confidence now. I'm not letting the city down. So overall, the bench, great game tonight. And they just need to continue to play that way. And also, like I said, with Obi getting 16 minutes, if Tibbs gives some of these guys just a few more minutes, maybe as a group, they can continue to produce.
Yeah, true story, man. Big game by the Knicks bench once again, man. Solid. I mean, this was a complete team victory. You had Sims chipping in with 14 boards, so good win, as good as any. I mean, they got 2 back-to-back great wins, if you ask me. All things considered. So great job. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Let's get those likes up. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Knicks get a big win. We got a big crowd tonight. 3,500 people going strong. I need everybody in the chat right now to hit that like button, hit the thumbs up button, and share this video right now. Let's get 6,000 people in here. Number one show for the fans by the fans. KnicksFanTV, presented by Manscaped. You got CP and JD on the ones and twos. The Stratocaster Alex Rotaros was in the building in Beantown to get this W for us. We'll share some photos and video from his experience there. But let's hear from the people, man. This is the people's show after all. Let's get to the people and hear what they got to say. Let's get to B Will from ATL. B Will, how you feeling?
I'm doing good, man. Over there watching y'all on YouTube. But yeah, man, I just wanted to chime in tonight. First time caller, long time listener. Appreciate what y'all do out here.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, man. Good win tonight. Great win, back-to-back wins. I think the evidence is here that Tibbs' 9-man rotation is working. I don't see why really the complaints right now is just coming from, like, emotional. It's being emotional right now for my fans. Obi, he's not going to play ahead of Randall. It's just not going to happen. Randall's at an all-star level again. Cam is on the bench. He's buried. Evans not going to add nothing to it. So, I mean, our bench solidified. I think, of course, McBride could improve his shooting, could give us a little more. I would like to slide Grimes into that slot that Tibbs is doing with RJ. Like, RJ's playing with the second unit. Can we put Grimes in that spot? Let Grimes cook for a little bit.
Yeah, but see, you need somebody. You need guys who are going to be aggressive and try to get their own. And even though it's not pretty with RJ, it's him and Quickly that you're really going to rely on to kind of drive that unit. And you need RJ to really be effective there. I'm just not sure with Grimes that you're going to get that just yet. And with Grimes, I would like to see Grimes, knock down those wide open threes, man. He had a lot of opportunities in this game to knock down some wide open threes that really could have helped us seal this thing, especially in crunch time. That's what I need from Grimes, man. Knock down those wide open threes when you get those opportunities.
Definitely. We got him here for 3 and D, so he definitely has to fulfill his role. So I feel you on that.
Yeah, man, appreciate the call, man. We're just going to keep it pushing. We got a lot of people in here tonight. Number one show for the fans by the fans is cooking right now. Let's get those likes up. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Harlem World we go. TJ, what's going on? TJ.
Sorry about that, CP. What's going on, bro?
Good, man. How you feeling?
All right, I'm good, man. I'm good, CP. Hey, check this out, right?
Yeah.
CP, first before I start, let me ask you a question, man. I thought Brooklyn duels y'all like to show love. Y'all spread love like Biggie, man. How come lately you've been like trying to diss Harlem sometimes, B? You banged it on one duel because he was talking about Mo Bamba.
Yo,
and then you left somebody else from Harlem. You was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to leave you here, bro.
No. First and foremost, and we're gonna get to the game. We got to get to the game. It's a big game. The dude who called the last game, he's talking about Mo Bamba on the second call of the night. And then Fat Boy from Harlem called up. He's calling like he's got a singular wireless burner phone. We couldn't even hear him. So Harlem got to get their act together, man. Yeah, real fly and jiggy with the fashion and stuff. Yeah, just got to get your electronics game up. That's all. But go ahead on the game.
All right, bet. So check it, right?
Yeah.
My thing is the 9-man rotation, I think it works when we're not on a back-to-back, right? I think it works when we're not on a back-to-back. We have time to rest. We have time to be able to be able to look at the team that we're going to play. And then this was a game that I think everybody was up for. It's the first time we playing Boston this year, I think.
Second time.
But that was the early part of the game,
Yes.
other part of the year, though, right?
Yeah, we got watched at home.
Right. So I think we lost to them at home, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So I think this was all of revenge games. We've been winning. So we were really up for this game. I really, really wanted this game. I'm happy that we got this game. I'm not going to keep you on the phone long.
Okay.
My question to you is, my thing is, I don't think we need to get rid of anybody.
Okay.
Other than fixing the issue that we have with what's the young boy? Not Grimes, not Quickly. What's the other kid that come off the bench?
McBride. Yeah.
Other than fixing that issue, but even him, the reason why I wouldn't, because he's young and he's going to develop his shot, and if he develops a shot, then he's a really good player. So other than that, I think the only thing I would say is maybe after this year, I don't want to fire Tibbs. I appreciate what he's done in regard to solidifying the culture and the type of team that we're going to be going into the future.
Mm-hmm.
I think he just needs to go upstairs and bring a younger coach to be able to help with moving on.
I agree with that.
The team, the players that we have on the team.
I agree with that. Appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call. All right. Let's hear from Calvin from BK. Calvin, how you feeling?
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing?
Just to put you over real quick, man. You know, all the people that I listen to and stuff like that. You got the number one show going on right now. I appreciate you and stuff like that. It took me a while to get to like you because, you know, you was a Frank Ntilikina supporter and stuff like that, and I'm anti against that. But, you know, I gave you some time, and, you know, I came
listen,
around.
Man, I give everybody a chance, man, until they prove me wrong, man.
Yeah, but going into this game, one of the things I want to say is I'm very happy and proud of Julius Randolph, the way he played tonight and stuff. All the beef and all the flack that he got for the way he did the season last year and stuff like that, and he really came back this year, and, you know, showing proof so far that, you know, it was just a blip on the radar, which I had always said it was, and I love the fact that, you know, he got I call them clowns over there in TNT. He got them to put respect to his name, the way they opened up the show, disrespecting him, calling him Randolph and stuff like that.
Yeah, they call him Randolph. What was up with that?
And he just came out and just put an absolute whooping on Tatum and stuff like that. I just couldn't help but be proud of him.
Smoked out Horford tonight.
And I just absolutely loved it. And you know, Brunson continues to show that contract that Leon Rose gave him has been worth it and stuff like that. 3-point, you know, and now we got 3-point guards. McBride has, you know, give Tibbs credit. You know, he put them in the game and started to use him, and now we got 3-point guards now where, you know, for a long time we had absolutely no point guard play. Now we have 3-point guards who just absolutely cooked Boston tonight. You know, they had nothing for neither one of them and stuff. You know, just an absolutely great win for the Knicks and stuff. And I'm just really happy and proud of them.
Okay.
You know, they need to get more consistent and take all their teams seriously and stuff, and not just get up for the big teams. You know, they got to bring it in for the middle back teams.
Appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call. Knicks win 120-117 in overtime, man. Knicks fans, how you guys feeling, man? Call us up, 657-383-1509, or hit us up on the KnicksFanTV Discord. And speaking of Discord, JD, let's go to the Discord. Redman on the Discord. What's your name? Where you calling in from?
How you doing, man? This is Chris from West Palm Beach, Florida.
Palm Beach, Florida. Chris, how you feeling, bro?
Good, man. Good. I've been dying to get on the show, but I work overnight, so I have time. But anyway, let's get back to this game.
Hey, you always got time for the Knicks, man. Work can wait. But go ahead with your comment.
The game tonight, I thought for a quick second, the way Jaden was throwing them threes and we had no answer, I thought maybe we might see Cam tonight on him, but it didn't seem that way. It was too good to be true. It was a great win.
Did we lose him?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm here.
Yeah.
It was a great win for us tonight.
Okay.
But I also want to say is, I'm a long time Knicks fan. I'm from, way back in, I'm 45 years old. So, about all I want to say is this real quick, is that I know for a fact nobody wants this smoke if we healthy in the playoffs.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Let's go.
That's for sure. Okay?
All right.
The other thing is, we just got to step back, relax, because ain't nothing going to go right until we figure out the trade situation. And then once we figure that out, and whoever we get or whoever we don't get, if Cam stays, then we just got to work him in and get him back to the lineup and show up. And whoever does come in from a trade, we got to wait for him to show up and get into the groove with us.
Okay.
And by the time playoff comes, we're going to be straight. We're going to be straight.
Okay. Appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call.
Thanks for everything, CP. I like what you're doing, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot. The optimism is back, JD. 2 wins in a row against the top 5 in the East.
And nobody wants smoke in the playoffs.
Nobody wants the smoke in the playoffs.
Hey.
You got to love it, man. I love it. I love it.
Julius Randle had an interesting quote post-game.
Yeah.
He says, they asked him basically what does these 2 wins say about the team? He basically said we can beat anybody and we can lose to anybody.
Kept it real. Kept it real. I like that. Yeah, I like that. Kept it real, man.
Straight to the point.
Straight to it.
Kept it real, but Knicks, terrific win, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of confidence in the fan base, and there should be a lot of confidence on the team. So I can't wait for the Nets game, since the Nets are, I believe, coming off a loss against the Pistons.
They lost to the Pistons. How much my guy Burks dropped, man? He must have had a big game.
You're asking me live like I'm over here watching what Burks is doing. What's wrong with you, man? I don't even want to bother to look.
What you think of the TNT coverage, man? I actually didn't think Reggie was that bad tonight. I thought he was very complimentary of us tonight.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as as I mentioned, as soon as he was giving props to McBride, I was happy just with that.
Yeah,
he's giving props to our bench player.
Yeah. How about when Julius chucks up the heat check 3 in overtime and Reggie's like, "Yo, we didn't need that shot." I said, "Reggie, you speaking for me?" Because I'm here saying we don't need that, bro.
I'm not even saying it because we're on the show. When he said that, I thought you were calling again. It sounded just like you said it.
Didn't need that one. You know what I'm saying? I thought Reggie was all right tonight. Not bad.
Yeah. We could never say he was great.
Yeah. He can't get tense.
He was all right tonight. He was all right. That's as far as we can go.
That's as far as we go here, Reggie. He was all right.
He was all right.
Yeah,
he's all right.
Yeah.
Went from terrible to all right. That's major improvement.
Oh, man. 3,600 going strong in the chat. Knicks win 120-117 in overtime. Knicks fans, how you feeling? Salute to all of our channel members in the chat right now. You seeing the custom emojis are flying. The chat is happy right now. It's a good night. Let's go.
How many we have in the chat? Woo.
Oh yeah, we got 3663 people. Go look around and go check that out. Number 1 show for the fans by the fans. Share these videos right now. Hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Join the channel memberships. And shout out to the channel members, man. Also, shout out to another super chat has come in. D-Dub, $5 super chat says, great game. Always nice to get a win on national television. We got to stop coughing up these leads, though. Got to keep your foot on them. Yeah, bro, what you think about the late game or lack of late game execution in that fourth quarter, man? Heavy. Jalen got to pass that ball, man. I know he's Captain Clutch. That's my guy. But when you don't got it, I mean, you try to get some other guys in the rhythm, man. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was getting ready to talk about our late game execution, and this post game show was gonna turn very differently.
Yeah,
the way that I was seeing it, because And they kind of do it to themselves a little bit, because you saw those two possessions where Julius had the nice mid-range shot on Jaylen Brown. Right. He had the nice mid-range shot he hit. And then I think the next might have not been the actual next possession, but the next bucket, Julius hit a fadeaway right in the paint. Those two shots, I like. That's his shot. I like the spot that he got the ball. I like the shot. I can live with those two results.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, I mean, I would love to see the replay of like the last few minutes. I honestly don't think anybody else touched the ball but him or Randall. It was just coming up, dribble everywhere. And I was just wondering, like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Like, this is not positive basketball. And to me, I'll be honest, I think part of it is coaching. I really do. I think part of it is coaching, because you got to think about this. Jalen Brunson was not playing this way in Dallas because obviously his role was different.
Yeah.
But now on this team, he's the lead guy. He's the closer. And the coach is the one putting him in that position. The coach is calling these plays. And the coach could definitely get aggressive. As soon as you see 2-3 possessions that don't go your way, you as a coach, you can get aggressive and call an actual basketball play instead of sitting back and letting it be what it's going to be.
Yeah.
The other thing I don't like, CP, when they get into these situations, the first pass is coming under 10 seconds. That's not good. If you saw the play where Julius caught the ball, he caught the ball at like 6 seconds, and then the Celtics came and double-teamed him on the corner.
In the corner.
He made the ill-advised pass to Grimes,
right,
and that caused the turnover.
Right.
That play, you know why they doubled him? Because of the two shots that he made that I told you.
Yeah.
So the Celtics made the adjustment. The problem is we didn't see the adjustment because we went to him too late in the shot clock.
Yeah.
You got to be able to understand the moment. When you see that a guy is hot and you're going to go to him early so that the defense can basically tip what they're going to do.
Tip their hand.
They tip their hand.
Mm-hmm.
You give them the ball with, 15 seconds, they double, you have enough time to swing the rock around and get an open shot.
Yeah.
So those are the little details that is missing in late game execution. The first pass is coming under 10 seconds, and we don't have the chemistry yet to be able to do something like that. And quite frankly, we don't have the player to make tough shots like that. Because what teams are doing is they're putting a 6'7", 6'8", 6'9" guy on Jalen Brunson, and they definitely, as I mentioned, they would want Julius Randle to make those decisions. Let's not make it easy on the defense by, dribbling the basketball until there's 5 seconds on the shot clock. It's not smart basketball, and it's something that Tom Thibodeau, to me, has to get better at, because everyone has to be held accountable, the players and the coach. Because I always say, in the playoffs, these things are going to come back to haunt you,
and we'll be talking
a very different tune.
It's going to come back in money time, no question about it. Ty Busy, $10 super chat says, Browns 2 missed free throws proves that ball don't lie. 2 straight wins. Brooklyn, you're next. Hashtag NBA Rivals Week. Oh, they were force feeding that rival stuff down our throats. New York and Boston, the longest rivalry in NBA history. Stop it, man.
That is so fraudulent, man.
They haven't been rivals since the 60s.
CP, I don't know how you can create rivalry times in this era when nobody's playing.
Nobody's playing. Nobody's beefing. Nobody's throwing another guy in the stands.
I start to dislike you if, the Lakers are seeing Kawhi, more on the bench than they're on the court.
Street clothes rivalries.
You on the bench and I'm on the court, or vice versa, or none of us are playing.
Fashion show rivalries, man. They're trying to force feeding it, man.
They're trying to create this thing while they're, doing all these things where there's load management and they're enabling that stuff. But then now, because you want to create, a different wrinkle to the season, you want to bring more ratings, you want to create this little philosophy of rivalry week.
Rivalry week, man. They were going hard on it, man. Knicks and Celtics, blah, blah, blah. Man, get out of here, bro.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Shout out to Eli Ritchie. Says shout out from PA boys. Eli Ritchie, salute. Oh, shout out Devin Cerna. So I was asking, Nets did lose to the Pistons. I figured my guy Alec Burks was cooking. What do you know? Devin Cerna says Burks with 20 points on 6 of 9 shooting from the field. So that's all you needed to know. And Nets lose at home, too. Nets lost at home. Let's go to the Stratocaster. As I said, Alex Rotaros, the Stratocaster, was in the belly of the beast in Beantown, getting it popping with some Knicks fans. Let's hear this audio. Hopefully it's a family show. This is our first time hearing it. Let's hear what's going on here.
Let's go. Knicks win in Boston. We came here, we conquered. Don't worry. Let's go. It's New York all day. All day. Let's go. Let's go, Knicks. 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 Yeah! Let's go. Jalen Brown with the choke job. Jalen Brown with the choke job. Woo!
Shout out to Stratocaster, getting it popping. Let's go.
I don't know if he's more hype about the Knicks win or the fact that he thinks Aaron Rodgers is about to be a New York Jet.
Yeah.
They hired the former Green Bay Packers offensive coordinator, former Denver Broncos coach. And there's a lot of rumors that Rodgers might be a Jet. And I know he's excited about that. It's a great day. It's a great day to be the Stratocaster.
Yeah, it's a great day, man. Shout out to Alex in the belly of the beast, man, getting it in. New channel members joined in. Shout out to Jamaica Queen 22, longtime fan member of the show. And Ignacio Lobregat, also a longtime viewer, have joined the KFTV franchise memberships. Shout out to our guy Bobby Elliott, JD. New Zealand super chat. New Zealand in here heavy. He says, man, hashtag cardiac Knicks. RG's got to take better shots out there, building a brick house, as you say, CP. Thank God he made a clutch 3. And got to say, this was Randall's best game as a Knick. Hashtag maturing. Yeah, it got dicey for RJ, man. And speaking of RJ, let me get to where's my guy Sean at? I saw my guy Sean on there. Let me get to I don't see him.
Where's Sean? Sean from
No, my guy Sean from LA was on here. He wanted to talk RJ, but I don't see him on here. So Sean, if you're listening, go ahead and call back, man. We'll talk about it. But anyway, back to the phones we go. Harrison on the Discord, go ahead and mute your mic.
What's going on, CP, JD? How you doing tonight, guys?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I want you to know this is the only show I ever even consider calling into.
There you go.
So everybody listening, hit the thumbs up button.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go rapid fire because I got a lot of players.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with Sims because he started the game getting completely cooked by Robert Williams, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in the second half, I thought he came out and really adjusted well and started going even. Then he had a game-saving block by the end of it. So shout out him. And Brunson, listen, I'm not going to be critical of Brunson. I think he deserves to be an all-star. It's just when it comes to crunch time, I wish he would facilitate a little bit more.
Yeah.
And there was one specific play with about 2 minutes left when the Celtics were cutting into the lead. It was a 2-point game, and he dribbles up and doesn't look to pass, just takes a contested mid-range jumper. So he's a very talented player, but, that starts with the point guard. And I think we're at our best when the ball is moving and when we're forcing turnovers.
Yeah.
And that goes for RJ too, man. I thought his shot selection was bad.
Terrible
tonight.
Yeah, wasn't good.
Yeah, like his game, he plays with a lot of physicality. Like he draws fouls, and sometimes it works, but when it doesn't, he's just driving in the lane, and it's like he gets tunnel vision or something.
Yeah.
And I saw a stat, a graphic. It looks like RJ is one of the best percentages in the NBA from that like deep left corner where he hit the go-ahead 3. And, I feel like, he plays better within the flow of the offense, than trying to force it. But he hit that 3, and shout out to him with the 2 free throws to put it away.
Yep.
Randall, man, listen, I was on the team trade Randall and give Obi more time. I think a lot of us were, but he's making me eat my words, and he might even be my favorite player now. He's really a rare type of player. And I just love the way he's turned it around and he's leading this team, especially in time. Lastly, with IQ, man, with IQ, not only should we keep IQ this season, next season, but we should extend him, man. We really, I really think we should, man. What is it, summer 2024 when his contract's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a year and a half, man. If you just trade Fournier and Rose, man, give that money to IQ because, like JD said, long term, if we're going to take that next step, he's a starting caliber player we could have off the bench. And I haven't checked this, but I would bet he's probably top 5 on the team in minutes per game, right? He's playing a lot of minutes. And we definitely need that. Definitely need that. So shout out Isaiah Hartenstein too. And lastly, last point I want to make, let's just, let us be surprised by this team. People in sports think they can predict a lot of stuff, but look at our Giants CP. Like a year ago, Saquon Barkley would have been traded for a 3rd round pick. Sometimes the unexpected stuff happens in sports, and I think we're really getting primed to take that next step. We just got some stuff we got to iron out, man.
Okay. Appreciate the call, man. Good call. Good call.
Thank
Harrison,
you. Have a good night.
On the Discord, man. Rate that call in the chat, man. What'd you guys think about Harrison's call? I see a lot of 5s going through. Varpat says not so rapid, but he gets a 5. Yeah, he snuck in the compliment first, so I let him go into overtime like this game. You know what I mean? But I thought his takes were good, so I let him rock. You know what I mean? The compliment in the beginning bought him some time. You know what I'm saying?
We need to hire. We need to have some discussions behind the scenes with Tom from Huntington. create a seminar.
Create a manual.
Tom, for the callers, so that because he definitely lives up to the billing.
Yeah, that is the rapid fire king, man. No one better. No one better, man. Let Tom write the manual. Write the manuscript, man. Oh, man. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Let's take a look at this thing by the numbers, JD. By the numbers presented by Prize Picks. Both teams, I got to look at, in the history books, when has this happened? But both teams shooting the same from 3 and the free throw line. 34.2% and 82.6%. I don't know if this is an ESPN error or what, but that's what they got. Knicks shooting 18 and 38 from downtown. Celtics 16 and 46. And both teams going 19 for 23 from the free throw line. Also in this game, you had the Knicks winning the points in the paint battle 48 to 42. Celtics just out-rebounding the Knicks by 6. 22 assists for the C's, 17 for the Knicks. And as we said, look, when Jalen and Julius had it cooking, a lot of those were self-created, so you didn't really see the ball moving as much. And then in the dead spots of the game, it almost got a little bit critical. But this was good by the Knicks. Earlier in this game, they had forced a ton of turnovers, which led to good points. They forced 13 turnovers on the Celtics, leading to 22 Knicks points. Well, conversely, Celtics forced 10, leading to 19 points. Both teams, Knicks hold largest lead 13, Celtics largest lead 15. And then on the second chance points, this is where the Knicks got killed once again in this game, was second chance points. And that number was tonight. Second chance points, 21-8 on second chance points. So Knicks continue, at once they were the leaders in the league, and I think continue to be. But obviously, with the absence of Mitchell Robinson, I think they've lost it in every game since he's went down. So, that's certainly an area of concern. But what you see from the stats tonight?
Man, a lot of similarities here. And that's why you saw the game go into overtime, and that's why you saw the final score be a 3-point game. Because, like you mentioned, when you see the crazy that they both were 19 of 23 from the free throw line, same attempts, same percentage. I'm gonna go with. You know what? I'm gonna go with points in the paint at 48 points. That was impressive to me because they continue to score in the paint and be aggressive. A lot of that is a product of Jalen Brunson, but also because you did it against a team that has rim protection with Robert Williams. We saw a few times where he altered the shot of, R.J. Barrett going to the basket, and we know that Robert Williams and Jericho Sims were having some battles in the paint. Because they're both high, flying centers and physical. Mm-hmm. So that was impressive. And even the 3-pointers, 34.8%. It's right there. You want it to be a little bit lower.
Yeah.
But considering that the Celtics CP are shooting, they're ninth in the league in percentage at 37. They're second in the league in attempts.
Yeah.
That's
They
just
let it
shy
fly.
of 42.
They let it fly.
And they're second in the league in 3-point makes. So they're going into this game, with the Knicks playing drop coverage and them, getting that identity, and they were letting it fly, to start. And so, I thought that was my biggest concern going into this game is you're facing a team that shoots so many 3-point attempts and they're efficient doing so. And for them to hold them to, just under 34%, again, you probably want it to be in the 32 range, around there, 33. But I think they held just enough, especially in the second half, to get a victory.
No doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. And by the numbers, JD, is once again presented by Prize Picks. Prize Picks, man, is daily fantasy sports made easy. For all you viewers out there, go to prizepicks.com and sign up using promo code KFTV, and they will provide you with an instant deposit match of up to $100. So it's a great way to get introduced to the game. You say you want to start off with $30 to play with, they'll match you $30, and you have $60 to play with. If you want to put $100 in there, they'll match you $100. You have $200 to play with. And how do you play Prize Picks? Very simple. You're just going to pick between 2 to 6 players, and you can mix and match sports. Obviously, we play NBA here. You have NFL. You have NHL going on, and you're just going to select. It's you versus the Prize Picks stat projections. You're just going to select the stats that you like, and whether or not you're going to predict whether or not that player is going to do more or less than the number that Prize Picks has for a given stat. So, it's pretty simple to play. And then if you pick up to 6 players, you can win up to 25 times your money. So it's a very interesting game. Now, what I've been telling you guys is for football, Prize Picks has the Joe Burrow 0.5 passing yards discount for this weekend. So obviously a lot of people are going to be putting their money there and choosing the more category for Joe Burrow, because that's obviously a gimme. But here's where I went on the NBA tilt tonight, JD. In this game, I had to go back to the hot hand, man, which was Julius Randle, man. I went with Julius Randle with more than 41.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He burned me on the Cavs game, so I went back to it with the more, and he got 48. I went with Luka Doncic with less than 53.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Dallas at home against Phoenix. And unfortunate for Luka, but fortunate for me, he left this game literally within the opening seconds of the game with a ankle injury. So I will hit on that one. I went with Jason Tatum with more than 3 3-pointers made. I was trying to choose between that and points, rebounds, and assists for Tatum, because he's kind of like the jack of all trades for Boston. But I went with the 3-pointer prop there. I lost that one. He only made 2, so I fell short. I also went with Nikola Vucevic. Vucevic has been getting after it on the boards against the Charlotte Hornets, who have been one of the worst rebounding teams in the league, if not the worst. So I went with Vucevic, more than 12.5 rebounds, and he finished with 9, so I didn't get that one. And then the last one I got is DeAndre Ayton, Phoenix against Dallas, with more than 17.5 points. And right now he has 12 points, and I believe that game is in halftime, or maybe the third quarter is just starting. So I feel like I'm doing fairly well there. So right now, out of the 5 picks, I'm looking to hit on 3 and to make a little bit of change here tonight. How about you?
I only played 4, and I got 3 out of 4.
Nice.
I missed with Julius Randle over 10.5 rebounds. Jalen Duren over 10.5 rebounds. He's been killing. He's been cooking.
Yeah, he's been cooking.
And he had 7 tonight. So I missed there. I had Cam Johnson over 2.5 threes. He hit 3 tonight. I had RJ Barrett. I had him less than 26.5 in points and rebounds. He had 23. And I had this guy, what's his name? Jason Tatum. more than 13 and a half rebounds and assists in the second half, and he hit that. So 3 out of 4 for me.
All right. So for you people at home, man, play to win, but play responsibly. Go to prizepicks.com and use promo code KFTV for an instant deposit match of up to $100. Okay, to the phones we go. Ron from Baltimore. Ron, what's going on?
CP, I'll be quick, man.
Yep.
I love you. You're the man.
Appreciate it.
You know that. Julius Randle, when he makes the three, it opens the drives. I think he has more clarity. There's more purpose, so he can lift off and dunk easier. When he's making the three, the drives look smooth. Good play call out of a timeout to get him going downhill to get to the free throw line. CP, I like the play call. It was the right call to get him downhill. The only thing that was that one turnover, and I'm being very critical because he had the ball in his hand so much, but the one where he threw it in the corner and it got loose and Brogdon hit a 3 in transition. Quickly that one hurt. Quickly is so good right now for the last 15 games. We need another ball handler because when they blitz Brunson, I'd like Brunson to have another person that he can trust with the ball in his hand.
And I think that's why another reason why Tibbs, one of many reasons, I think that's another reason why Tibbs elects to go with Quickly deep into the fourth like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think we have to give that consideration. The foul on Brunson, look, if we would have lost this game, I would have been nuts because that was to lose like that with that type of contact. I get it, but I hated that foul call. Yeah. But Grimes, I want to say this about Grimes. Got good looks. I'll live with that. I mean, he got wide open looks. It's a make or miss league. He's going to make them more than that. I have no problem. This game to me is what RJ's career has been. He drives you nuts at times. He can't finish. He doesn't see when he can get to the lane whenever he wants with his left, and he's got to spray the ball better. If he's not finishing, he had open guys. He just doesn't see it. But the one thing about RJ that I give him credit for is for some reason he's one of these players. He'll stick with it and he makes a big play at the end of the game, and he made free throws. So with RJ, this is what it is. I mean, I'd like him to be more consistent throughout the game so we can win easier because he has the talent to do it. It's just this is what he is, but I'm proud of him. He made his free throws. He made the shots. We got to rebound the ball better. That's another thing that I was not happy with. We got to clean the glass even better. Randall's been a monster. Randall's been terrific. Sims, you got 14. I want you to get 17 to 18. I know it's tough. CP, I'm going to just say this one last thing. I'm proud of this team. Julius, smile. When you see Julius smile, it means he's happy for you. He's happy for MJ Burks thriving in Detroit. He's happy for me because this is what the Knicks are about. Look, I want to see a championship before I die, and hopefully we make the finals this year and shock the world. But this is at least what you want. You want to come into the best teams building, and we're here. We're competing. This is what it should be. Regardless, you're proud of your team because they came to play. When they got down, they hung in. They're doing the right things. We're starting to become a team. We're starting to build a culture. We're starting to get our guys developed. It's beautiful, man. I'm proud of Julius. I've stuck with Julius. I've stuck with RJ, even though he drives me nuts. And Jalen Brunson, we got to help him, man. We got to give him more. He can't do it alone. That's all I got.
All right, appreciate it, man. Rob from B-Boy. Always a good call. You want to say something, JD? Go ahead.
No, I don't. As soon as he said Burks, I'm good. MJ Burks.
Let's get to the Discord. The Tratacaster was in the building tonight, man. Al, talk to us, man. What was the vibe? Give me your thoughts on the game.
Oh, my God, CP, JD.
Al on 1,000 right now. Let's go.
Woo! Let's go. Yo, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I was in this building, walked in there with my wife. I was like, I don't know, man. I'm feeling a little nervous. Every time I come to this place, it doesn't seem to end right for us. It doesn't. And the way it opened up in the first quarter, I was like, I'm looking at my wife. I'm like, why did we come here? I'm like, why are we doing this to ourselves? But then they started to fight. They came back, started to gather themselves in the second, third quarter. Fourth quarter, I was losing myself because I'm starting to talk all my ish. Yeah. And then everyone around me, I'm surrounded by a sea of green. It's like droplets of orange where I was sitting. And I'm like, if I have to walk out of here holding my head down after I was just ranting and raving, saying, "Let's go, Julius. Let's go, Brunson. Oh, you can't stop this." I was going to be upset. But thankfully, Jaylen Brown choked.
Jaylen Brown choked, man.
He choked.
Yeah.
And, talk about RJ. Brunson, Randall, they had big games, man. But RJ coming up clutch with the three-point shot, knocking all of his free throws down in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
And then people didn't like us, man. We were talking on the way out. It was silent, man. You could hear a pin drop in TD Garden.
Nice.
Because everyone was walking with their tails between their legs, with their funny accents. They didn't want to say anything. And all of us Knicks fans are gathering together. We're chanting. We're like, "We won. Let's go, Knicks. Let's go, Knicks." And they're like, "Well, at least we won some championships." I don't care that you won
they pulled the championship card out on you.
I don't care that you got banners. Guess what tonight? Guess what happened tonight? You lost.
Yeah.
You lost.
You should have told them what them championships do for you tonight. Nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it was great. Absolutely great.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
I have to ask you, Alex.
Yeah.
I see you're excited.
Yeah.
See you're ready to go. You're pumped up. You've had a great day. The Jets, they're about to get Aaron Rodgers, right? The Knicks get a win. You're hyped. I see you don't have a voice. This is reminding me of that night you was here on the show and you had the window behind you and you jumped up.
Oh, yeah.
You jumped out.
Yes, sir.
The Knicks beat the Cavs. The Knicks beat the Celtics. National television. Are you ready to jump out the window again? Knicks
I've got a parachute, man. I've been falling right now. What are you talking about? The way that they look, I know it was ugly. I understand that it was ugly. Look, I hate the way that we go straight to ISO basketball. Yeah. But look, back-to-back wins against a fully healthy Cavs team without Mitchell Robinson. I don't care the Celtics didn't have Marcus Smart on the other side, and we still didn't have Mitchell Robinson, okay? Neither team was healthy. But you know what they have? They have Jason Tatum, who's in the running for MVP this season. You know who else they have? They have Jaylen Brown. We had Keith Smart on the show. I previewed this game yesterday. It dropped today. What did he call both of them? Batman, not Robin, Batman and Superman, okay? Yeah. So the New York Knicks walked into TD Garden being down. By the way, at half. They were down at half, and they were able to grind this win out. Of course I'm jumping out the window.
Yeah.
Look, I know the Knicks are not – they're far from championship contenders. I get that. But the way that they come, and this is what I was asking for last week, is that when you lose Mitchell Robinson, I want to see this team come together, fight as a unit, know they have a brother down, and that they got some grit to them. These two wins, yeah, I like to see this type of stuff. I'm happy. Yeah. I am a fan. Let's go.
I like that. Well said, man. That was a good point.
My man is hyped.
He's hyped, man. I like that, man. Yeah, man. Good stuff.
Let me tell you something. You know what's also great? This is the last thing.
Yeah.
When I'm walking out of the building, when you walk out of TD Garden, you're right above the train station. So you get to see all the sea of green walking home with the tail between their legs. And I have never been on a subway car so quiet going home.
Nice.
My God, it was beautiful.
Well, listen,
guess what? We won, baby. Jaylen Brown with the choke job. I'm out.
The Stratocaster. Throw some fives in the chat for the Stratocaster, man. I'm just glad he got home safe and sound with the W, man. So shout out to Stratocaster, man.
I don't know if he would have gotten home safe or out of there if it was in Philly.
Yeah, right. He's right. I don't know, man.
Definitely some sore losers over there.
Yeah. Oh, man. So to everybody in the chat, man, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Number one show for the fans by the fans. I mean, where else do they do this at? Nowhere, man.
He jumped out the window again.
Yeah, he jumped out. He jumped. No parachute. He said he had a parachute. I don't believe him. He's out of there. Yeah. He's out. Shout out to Rhyme Animal Chuck D, man. Everybody throw a hashtag PE in the chat. He says, again, I say over and over, there are no current dynasties in the NBA. Any given 48, NBA is the new NFL. So welcome to parody. Fanatics, study the pattern of history. This is how the league was in 1974 to 1979. So Chuck throwing his history lesson in there. Let's go. He also says, nobody wants this ugly playoff smoke if we are healthy.
The interesting thing is, let's see if they do anything at the deadline.
Yeah.
Because this is the thing. This is the analysis on this team is going to be different past the trade deadline because I think they're going to do something, whether it's even to consolidate, some of the end of the bench stuff that's going on right now. But, if they continue to get some wins like this and they're over 500, not barely, but I'm talking 4, 5, 6 games. I mean, when you're 4 or 5 games over 500, any little 3, 4, 5 game winning streak, you're 10 games up.
Yeah.
And you're threatening up there in terms of the top, 4 to 5 seed around there. So it's going to be interesting. And this is why I think if they build on this and they get some more wins, this front office is going to have to think about, okay, are they going to feel some pressure to upgrade, whether it's to the bench or maybe you never know if a star comes available and they want to pounce. So still a lot of interesting games left and let's see what happens.
True indeed, man. True indeed. Once again, just to hit the reset, I want to welcome all our viewers to the chat, man. KFTV Postgame Live presented by Manscaped. Knicks with a big win in overtime over the Celtics, man. 120-117. For you people out there in the chat, man, remember that the show is presented by Manscaped. Manscaped, the #1 men's grooming tool below the waist, fellas. Go out there and get that Lawnmower 4.0. Definitely a game changer. Men's grooming products, man. It's got skin-safe technology, a skin-safe blade, so you cut down on those nicks. Not the good nicks like tonight, those bad nicks, if you know what I mean. So skin-safe technology. It's got an LED light, so if you want to do it in the dark, whatever you're into, no testimonials, you do that. Waterproof. It's got great battery life as well. You can charge it on a wireless or a wired charger. And, yeah, man, just a great tool to have. You don't take care of yourself. You go out on those dates with the ladies, man. Just take care of the crown jewels properly so you're not out there lacking, man. So go to manscaped.com and use promo code KFTV for 20% off plus free shipping. Always takes care of us on this show. And they have a ton of other products, not just Lawnmower 4.0, but shampoo, conditioner, body wash, lip balm, ball deodorant, foot deodorant. I mean, you name it. From head to toe, they have you covered. So make sure you go to manscaped.com, check out the products, let them know CP sent you. Use promo code KFTV for 20% off plus free shipping, but don't send any testimonials. No testimonials, man.
Yeah, we don't want to know all that.
Yeah, we don't need all the details. Just go get it. You know what I'm saying? Just go get it. Okay.
Get it, do your thing.
Say that again?
Say go get it, do your thing.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Shout out to Jamaica Queens 22, man. Member, newly crowned member of the show, says, I don't want to hear that injury excuse. We don't have the Block Nest Monster. That's a fact. Brandon Guest, $5 Super Chat, says, we should be sellers at the deadline. This ain't a buyer's market. Let's remain a fringe playoff team and evaluate reload on draft night / free agency. Okay. That's fair.
CB, can I say something real quick about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's why I don't like excuses for the most part. I mean, facts are facts, right? But when you have your top 3 players, in Brunson, RJ, and Julius, although IQ's making, he's moving up the rankings. I understand the value that Mitch brings, but look at the last 2 games. They found a way, and look at the matchups. I mean, you don't think you need Mitchell Robinson when you're going up against Robert Williams and you're going up against attacking wings like a 6'9" Tatum and a 6'7" Jaylen Brown? You don't think you need Mitchell Robinson? I mean, Isaiah Hartenstein had to, play defense on that last shot. You don't think you need Mitchell Robinson against that and those twin towers between Mobley and Jared Allen? And guess what? The Knicks still find a way to get it done. Everybody gets paid, man. You got to find a way. You have to find a way.
No
and
question.
Everybody makes all these, points when the Knicks get wins against teams that don't have their players. Oh, well, do the Knicks get more credit for getting 2 wins without a very important piece to not only the Knicks puzzle, but to the scheme of your head coach?
Yeah.
Very important.
Piece.
I mean, guys like Brunson are going to struggle without Mitchell Robinson. Guys that don't play great defense are going to struggle when your quarterback, your safety, your eraser is not on the court. But yet, they found a way to win. So they should get some confidence. But I think also this tells you that, okay, he doesn't play. Tom Thibodeau, find a way, man. You getting paid, find a way. And that's how we rock here in New York.
Get it done, man. Let me hear from some new callers, man. Dionys from Florida. Dionys. Am I saying your name right? How you saying your name?
Dionys.
Oh, Dionys. How you feeling, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm really hyped up right now, man. I gotta say, I'm with JD completely. That was definitely the biggest win of the season. That was big. We was on national TV, and I'm so hyped right now. I just gotta say, man, this IQ trade, IQ talk, man, this has got to stop, man. Mm-hmm. I don't even know where this is coming from. I know this is probably coming from the front office or something, because I don't think Tibbs
they're not going to trade him.
Is trying to trade him. So, I mean, that's got to stop. I mean, This kid is his game is developing. He's coming around. He's becoming an all-around player. His defense has improved so much this year, and that's just got to stop. But I got to say, man, Julius, man, I love to see him ball like this, man. He's smiling finally. It looks like he's in a great place, man, and he's just balling right now. And I was a little scared. I ain't gonna lie, with them 2 free throws. I was like, damn, he usually splits the 2, but he hit them free throws. Yeah. And that was just a big win, man. And I'm really hyped up for this team. And man, I'm so excited. A big Knicks fan. This is my first time, long time, man. I appreciate what y'all guys do, man. Great show, man. Alex, he was turned up tonight. Love it.
Rightfully so, man.
Yeah, man, that's what I got for y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to my wives, Coco and Sarah.
Appreciate it.
And I appreciate y'all boys.
All right. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
CP, should the Knicks have 2 All-Stars represent them in the NBA All-Star game this season?
Yeah, of course. I'm putting Jalen and Julius in there.
Who you think out of those 2 is the more of a lock to make it? Because now they've announced their starters, so I guess
they have announced the starters. I think Julius will get in, especially with the KD injury. He can't. You figure he's not going to play.
Do you think the voting should just be coaches? Is that what it is for reserves? It's just only coaches?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to see if that's only, because I just be thinking, man, some of these coaches probably be hating.
Yeah, of course.
Some of these guys probably be hating. Man, that guy dropped 46 on me last week.
Yeah.
I'm not voting for him.
Well, who are the coaches?
I got to play him next week.
Is it the coaches that made the finals, or the 2 or the leading teams in East and West right now? So is it Missoula's definitely one, regardless. Right. And then who is it from the West? Is it Steve Kerr, or is it Mike Malone?
Or is it all the coaches? Is it just a couple coaches, or is it just all NBA? They just cast their vote, and it's just all right, whoever.
No, but I'm saying who are the? Oh, I got you. Are the entire NBA coaching fraternity voting on the reserves, or is it just the coaches for the team?
No, I'm just saying
right.
What I'm saying is, I know the coaches vote for the reserves. I don't know if that's just the system, if it's just coaches.
Right.
If it's just all NBA coaches, there's no writers or anybody else that's voting for the reserves. And if it is just the coaches of the whole NBA, I know some of these coaches be hating.
First Lady of Sports says it's all the coaches. All the coaches vote for reserves. But I think Julius will get in before Jalen, but I think they both should get in.
So you think Julius is more of a lock?
Yeah,
ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I think Julius is a lock. I think he'll be, because I don't think KD will play.
It's funny because in the telecast, Reggie said that he said the opposite.
He put Brunson in. Yeah, he
said Brunson's a lock to make it. He said, I think Julius deserves it, and that was in the middle of the game. And Julius' performance, I think
Julius is more of a lock to make it.
Really?
Yeah. Plus, like I said, the front court replacement, because KD's going to be out. You're going to slide a reserve into the starting spot.
Okay.
And Julius is going to get in.
You're doing it based on that?
Not necessarily. I think he still had a great chance to get in as a reserve. But I think the KD injury certainly boosts his chances now to get it.
Because I think from a national perspective, Jalen has the upper hand in terms of the fact, because you know how it is. He's the new acquisition, and the teams is over 500, and if they stay on this route, it looks from the outside looking in, it looks like, oh, they got the point guard, they got the guy, and looking now they're threatening to be a 5 or 6 seed or whatever it is. That kind of outside perspective, I would think, would favor more like a Jalen Brunson. But yeah, I think they both definitely deserve, especially after a performance like tonight. Yeah. I hope they both get in, because that would be good representation on All-Star game. We always get cooked on All-Star weekend.
Yeah.
We barely send anybody out there.
Right. Yeah, I know. I ain't going to Utah this year. Let's hear. No, sir. Kevin from Maryland. Kevin, how you feeling?
Hey, I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
Good, man. What's going on?
Yeah, I just want to say, it was a good win with 4 games over 500.
Mm-hmm.
I think, Tibbs, he has to manage, Randall's minutes a little bit more better than what he's doing, because in the fourth quarter, he seems a little winded and his legs a little heavy. So I think he needs to give Obi maybe just, maybe 18 to 19 minutes, more playing time. And, Hartenstein, man, he has to play better. This flopping on the floor, it's killing me, man. Every time I look, he goes up for a rebound. He's on the floor. Like, come on, man. It kills me. It burns my soul to see him do that all the time.
Yeah.
This is where Mitch is really missed. Give Jericho Sims the burn, because the kid is only going to get better.
Mm-hmm.
He has to work on his footwork and, work on his rebound a little bit more. But he's going to be a good player, and this whole trade IQ thing, please, that's dead. That's dead. Yeah. We stop talking about that, because that's not going to happen right now,
Yeah.
And, the team, to me, the team is coming together. Everyone is playing good. And the only thing we really need to focus on is bringing that unity together and everyone playing. Julius is having a phenomenal season right now. He is playing his best basketball. He's happy. He's in the groove. Whatever he's doing, they say that he was doing meditation and whatnot. Keep meditating, my brother, because whatever you're doing, it's working for you. That's all I got to say.
Appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call.
All right. All right, thanks.
Yeah. No, look, you're right, on the meditation front. And that was one of the stories at the earlier part of the season, was how he I think it was great self-awareness by him. Really holding himself accountable for all the things that transpired last year, and understanding that really impacted him, and working on himself and how to get better and how to improve on that. Because look, this is a tough place to play, man. Ask Patrick, ask Melo, guys that were better than Julius. And, the fans still held him accountable. Fans still talking about the Ewing finger rollings and how much Melo didn't win with the Knicks. That's just how it goes. When you wear the crown, you're going to be held to the highest standard. And I thought it I wouldn't say broke him, but it really impacted him last year. As he would admit, as you could see, we could see that last year with the way he imploded. And he admitted it. He went out there and got the help. Give him credit. Give him credit, because clearly it's working.
And you could say that you could go as far as saying that it did break him, because he put the thumbs down to the fans. And I just wonder, if we were in the streets, there was no cameras, if that thumbs down would have been another finger up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, let's keep it real. We're all humans. The way some of these players talk and act in front of the cameras is a totally different thing.
Yeah.
What could they be saying behind closed doors about, this situation here? But I really do think as well, this is one of the underlying values of Jalen Brunson, and the fact that, he just feels more comfortable out there, having a guy that he personally can respect and trust. This is, when you looked at Carmelo's game, Carmelo when he played with Jason Kidd, and Carmelo when he played with the Chauncey Billups, he was a much better player, a much better controlled player. And I think Julius has that. I'm not saying he's that type of player. I'm saying he has that type of kind of personality in terms of internally within himself, where he needs a certain environment around him in order to maximize his potential, his skill set. So I think there's a connection there with Jalen Brunson being here, and maybe adding even Rick Brunson to the staff. Rick Brunson having, experience relating to players. So just the Knicks look like they worked on improving the roster and improving the support system around him, and credit to him because and here's the other thing too, CP, he's having the second best career percentage from three. And when you looked at his career, we talked about how, like he has a lot more seasons not shooting well from three than he does shooting well from three.
Yep.
So you looked at the math and, just the evidence, and it looked like he's not a good three-point shooter. And maybe he still is going to be that in terms of the duration of his career. But because of the way he's feeling right now, he's producing from the three-point line. I think that's a very important stat and category that tells you he's back to being Julius of 2 years ago.
Yeah, big time. Big time, man. Shout out to Corey Mitchell, man. Channel member Corey Mitchell says, CPJD, what is your most realistic trade that you would love to see by the deadline that will kick this team up a notch? Love the show. Always in here every night. I appreciate you guys. Much love. Let's go Knicks. Well, realistic. You look at the Spurs. Obviously, they're in the Victor sweepstakes. The reports were that Josh Richardson could be had for a second-round pick. I think that's a realistic look right there. You bring him in here. Strong piece off the bench.
Let me give you three names. You tell me who you want the most out of these three names.
Yeah.
Josh Richardson. Mm-hmm. Let's go with more bench players, role players. Yeah. Right? Josh Richardson. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give you four names. Mm-hmm. Josh Richardson. Mm-hmm. Grayson Allen. Mm-hmm. Malik Beasley or Alex Caruso. I think the Knicks have interest on all four. I think depending on the situations, I think at least three of those four you definitely can get in Grayson Allen, Josh Richardson, and Caruso. I think Malik Beasley, it's going to be more dependent on where the Timberwolves are and what they want to do with their roster.
Yeah.
And a dark horse could be like a Josh Hart, depending on where the Blazers are. Because the Blazers are up and down. They're struggling too.
Yeah.
So
it seems
those
like
are some names.
Yeah. Beasley, I'm a Beasley guy. You're going to get more offense than defense from him. I would love Caruso. I'm a big Caruso fan as well. I would probably rank him second because you're gonna get defense. He's another connector type of piece. I think he would fit in here very well.
So you got Caruso second.
Yeah, I almost want to say even Caruso first. The way imagine like an IQ Caruso backcourt. You know what I'm saying? McBride's doing a great job defensively. But I'm just saying, you get a little bit more.
Recording stopped.
Oh, I lost space on the computer. You get a little bit more on the offensive side. More experience. Championship experience from Caruso.
Championship experience.
More battle tested. But I think this is just based on reports. Obviously, with the Spurs going nowhere, Richardson in the contract year, I think he's more attainable at a cheaper price for the Knicks. And he can give you a capable two-way player off your bench as well. So I would go Caruso, Beasley, Richardson. And that's a mix between who I like and who, the price.
Or we could just OD and go get Zach LaVine.
No, chill.
But I do agree. I actually think if they go that route, I want like a 6'6", 6'5" guy, Caruso, Richardson, because, the Knicks made an adjustment tonight and that worked well. You're able to switch. You want to switch off Grimes? Here comes Caruso. You want to switch off Grimes? Here comes Richardson. Okay, here comes IQ. Yes, he's a little shorter, but he can stay in front of you. Mm-hmm. So you have the ability to make adjustments in game in terms of your defensive schemes when you're able to have another wing that can defend. And then situational basketball, having guys like that allows you to, use certain situations, especially in the playoffs where, maybe if you have Caruso there, Tom Thibodeau, could have confidence, maybe benching Brunson or someone in terms of possession to possession, whereas maybe it's McBride, although McBride is a good defender, doesn't have the playoff experience. Thibodeau favors that. These little things that help you, steal a game in the playoffs. acquiring one of these role players can allow you to do that because in the playoffs, CP, this thing comes down. It's like football, man. Like every decision the coach makes, every play call, everything is important in the playoffs. And just those, late end of quarter decisions when the bench players have a role, those could decide whether you steal a game to start a series or you don't.
Yeah, true indeed. True indeed, man. Okay, couple more. Let's go to Benji from Manhattan. Benji, how you feeling?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm ready to skydive, y'all.
Oh, let's go. He's out of there. Let's go.
Mad rapid fire, but mad props to the Stratocaster for holding it down tonight in TD Bank, showing everyone what's up. I have to say this is probably the best regular season win in like 10 years. The only other game I can think of like a similar magnitude was the game, I think it was 2011 when Amari hit the three, but it was after the buzzer. That game had a kind of playoff intensity. It was a home game, but I remember kind of the Knicks were a playoff team that year, and that was like a very pivotal game, but the Celtics were good. So obviously this type of game never happens, man. I don't think I can ever recall in my lifetime where an opposing team in that situation has a guy that misses 2 free throws like that. We always get burned in that situation, so I'm just going to take that as a great omen. And I think, it's been really encouraging. I heart the last 2 games. I know everyone was kind of on his case because he had played pretty poorly for a minute. His last 2 games, he's been really, he's played within himself. He's rebounding, the passing that we're looking to see, that everyone's saying, hey, this guy has a passing ability. We need to unlock that. He had, 4 assists in the Cleveland game, 3 assists tonight, made a really nice pass towards the end of the first quarter tonight. So really good stuff. He also had a block too. Minor criticism, obviously, and there's really no negatives tonight because we're on a roll right now. Grimes, man. I mean, the defense is amazing. The defense is tremendous. This guy's battling out there, man. But he's got to knock down these shots, man. I've noticed in some really key high leverage situations, he's missing these wide open threes, man. He missed like 2 or 3 tonight where he was set up so perfectly. He's got to knock that down. He missed a couple. He missed a big one in the Toronto loss at home as well. So that's just kind of something he's got to clean up, man. He's too good a shooter, or at least he can be too good a shooter to miss those shots. But I think we're in a good spot, man. I mean, I'm not worried at all. If we can somehow get past the Nets game on Saturday, that will put us in a nice spot. 4 straight home games after that. Lakers and the Heat, those are going to be really, really ratchet up intensity type of games. About JD's point about the players that we want to add on to, I think Josh Richardson, I think Caruso would be a great fit because you can plug him in, and he doesn't need to really shoot to be impactful. He plays defense and he's just a good all-around player, and he's going to do whatever you need to do. But I think Josh Richardson could help because I don't know, man. When that guy plays against us, man, he's like he's hitting everything. So I think like kind of the same way like we got JR in 2011, and he, obviously he's not the player that JR was or the scorer, but Josh Richardson can shoot from outside, man. So I think kind of like a low risk move to get a guy on an expiring deal, he would be good. I think Malik Beasley is kind of like bad juju, man. I don't know. I don't have great feeling about him. And Grayson Allen, man, he's like the worst possible.
Boy, this win got Benji in triple overtime right now. So much for rapid fire.
Good skill set. That dude is like the most disliked human on earth, man, besides Elon Musk. So let's and Donald Trump. So let's just maybe stay away from that. I think Josh Richardson or Caruso would be the move, man. Yeah. But let's get this win Saturday.
Let's do it.
Much props to the Stratocaster for repping us tonight.
All right, man. Benji from Manhattan.
Might have said Benji for all 5 boroughs. My man covered the whole tribe, the whole state, the whole city, everything.
That boy, he'll give you the whole report, man. Shout out to Benji, man.
See the CP emoji they throwing in there?
Shout out to the channel members, man. Those emojis are coming in Red coming in handy.
Yeah, man.
And shout out to Benchy, man. Hey, he said he was jumping. He said he was jumping, man. Well, I had to let him jump. You know? I had to let him jump. Arminus Rakowski says he's got his own show. Jake House is Benji from Brooklyn to Albany.
That's a trip.
Yeah, that is a trip, man. Oh my God. You gotta have some fun with it, man. Shout out to Benji, man. Good call. Definitely good call. All right. Yeah. Good win, man. 121-17. Knicks win in overtime. It's a good victory. Going to Saturday's games. Yeah,
we are 3-12. Last 15 games against the Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Or in your words, the New Jersey
Jersey. Now, yeah, we got to go into the swamp, man. We got to go into the swamp.
3-12. Can we finally beat this team, man?
I would love to. I'd love to see it, man.
ABC 5:30. What's the game? Saturday.
Yeah.
So another national television game.
Mm-hmm.
Another moment for these guys to prove their worth in terms of all-stars. Another moment for us to be on a national stage and get another quality win. I know there's no KD, but these Nets have been scoring points, man.
Yeah.
They have a lot of people that can put the basketball inside the hoop.
Yeah.
You know, man, they have a lot of shooters.
Yeah.
And you know these guys, when they play the Knicks, they turn up.
And how about to play Nick Claxton, man? Nick Claxton's been balling. I mean, from the time I made fun of his All-Star game votes, he's been playing like one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is the game at the Garden is a home game?
Brooklyn.
To Brooklyn. Well, it's a home game.
Yeah.
It's a home game.
Yeah.
It's pretty much a home game because I know there's gonna be a lot of Knicks fans in there.
Yeah.
Actually, do you rather play them in the Garden or in Brooklyn?
I
kind of like going to Barclays and kind of just messing that whole environment up.
Yeah, I would say Brooklyn, man. I would say Brooklyn.
I kind of like that because I know like KD and them they get tight when they see Knicks fans in there, and it just feels like when it's been in Brooklyn, you saw Julius had the meltdown there. Just feels like when it's there, even like our team, like the players, they're just more amped.
Right.
It seems to be that when it's at the Garden,
it would be a better win in Brooklyn.
When it's at the Garden, it's just the road team. They just get hyped.
Yeah.
It's just typical for us.
It would be a better win in Brooklyn for sure. Yeah. How about player ratings, man? Let's go through these player ratings real quick. Player ratings presented by KnicksFanTV.com. For all you fans out there, make sure you guys are going to KnicksFanTV.com, supporting the great writers there on the website. Shout out Makai Gordon, $50 super chat. Yeah, and make sure you guys are going to KnicksFanTV.com, man. All right, so let's kick off player ratings, man. How about IQ? IQ tonight, man. 17 points, 7 of 12 from the field, 2 of 3 from downtown, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. IQ.
I'm going with a 9.
Yeah.
I'm going with the 9. Yeah, I mean, rapid fire for me. I'm going with the 9. The only reason I give him a 10 is just, I guess, if you want to nitpick the 1 assist. But, you know, the way that I see it, as I mentioned, he's learning to adapt on, you know, what his role is for the night. And tonight he needed to be more of an aggressive scorer. And that's what he did. And even with him having the 1 assist, you know, when he had the ball, he was still running the offense. You know, he was signaling at players. He was calling picks. He was still comfortable. He just didn't get that stat sheet up there in terms of getting the assist. So to me, 9, 5 rebounds, 2 of 3 from 3. And as I mentioned, he's shooting a lot more 2s. And when we talked about his weaknesses in the past, I always mentioned the counter to the way that they were defending him in the past was develop your inside game, develop the game inside the 3-point line, make it a more of a complete game so that you can shoot anywhere on the basketball court and you can still be effective. And he's learning to do that. And he's definitely starting to pick it up.
Yeah, no question about it. I'll go 8.5 for quick. I thought it was an outstanding game by him once again. Just having to be that leader off the bench and getting it done, hostile territory, leading by example, as you said, being much more aggressive offensively, took good shots. That's just one of the small knocks with Quick. So sometimes his shot selection can still get a little bit wacky, but I thought tonight he was great in terms of shot selection. Very patient, let the game come to him, and just, took advantage of his matchups, man. And another efficient night. I mean, let's just look at his last 10. Last 10 for Quick. 14 points, 3 rebounds, 52% from the field, 33% from three. Respectable. 52% from the field, 33% from three, 87% from the free throw line. It's good numbers. Yeah, it's good numbers.
Because it used to be 38% from the field and
right, 40,
like 30.
yeah,
like 30% from three. Like
right.
That's the combination. Now we're going to 52 to 33.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, that 33 gets up to 36, 37. Man, we're talking about a dynamic player here.
Yeah. No, I thought Quick was good, and then again, kind of just being that jack of all trades for Tibbs to the point where he's going to him deep in the fourth, and you got your money man RJ on the bench for extended minutes. I think that shows you how important Quickly is to this team and where he stands with Tibbs. Where he's been with Tibbs. I mean, Quickly's been a favorite since he got here, man. Yeah, he averaged 20 minutes as a rookie. A lot of people forget that. Quickly was big in his rookie year. And so, yeah, you just kind of seeing the evolution of Quick, man. Just being a guy that they need off the bench, and he's delivering. How about RJ? 19 points for RJ, 6 of 18 from the field, 5 of 6 from free throw line, 2 of 5 from downtown, 4 rebounds, an assist, and a steal.
This one is tough.
Yeah.
This one's tough because, man, how much is, I'm going to go with a, I'm going to go with a 7.5.
Okay.
I'm going to give him a ton of credit for the 3-point shot there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give him a ton of credit for the two free throws because sometimes we lose the game at that moment.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I mean, we've seen Jalen Brunson have a crazy night, missed 2 free throws, and that meant nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So when it happens the other way around, got to give the player credit, and I'm going to do that. So the 7.5 for me is because of those moments. Also because he was on the bench for a long time and came back and was able to produce those moments after being on the bench for a long time, and being thrust into that pressure situation. But other than that, obviously you see the 6 for 18. That's not too good. And the defense I thought was inconsistent throughout the night. Picked up at certain spots against Tatum, but I still want to see some consistency there. So 7.5 for me.
Yeah, I agree there. I'm gonna go with. I'll go to 7. I'll go to 7. I thought that, look, the 3 was big. They needed the score. He scored the 3, 29 seconds left to put them up 1 when the Knicks were desperate at this point to get some offense. Couldn't get anything going. Celtics defense was cooking. Was applying a lot of pressure. The 3 was big. It was much needed. And, for him to get in there cold like that, that was a big play. Now, on the next possession, he gives it right back. Not even barely even guarding Jaylen Brown. So that's where it gets a little dicey. You could have been treading in 6.5 waters, RJ. 6.5.
Yeah, I think we're both being generous.
Yeah.
We're giving him credit for those.
Yeah. Because his defense, once again, just hasn't been where it needs to be, which is why you saw him out for extended minutes and late in the game. So I'll give him a 7. I'll give RJ 7.
I was at a 6, but I gave him 1.5 because of those. So
Yeah,
that's why
yeah.
that's why I'm at 7.5.
All right. How about Jalen? Let's go Jalen.
Brunson or the
Brunson.
choker Jaylen Brown?
Brunson.
Jalen Brunson. I'm gonna go with a solid 8.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with a solid 8. 29 points. I mean, you see the numbers, but he only had 1 turnover. But I don't know if you've picked it up.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he has, can I say, dumb turnovers when he does, because it's like a dumb pass or just odd turnovers that he has. It's just uncharacteristic turnovers. I think he has too many of those where you look at it, you're like, come on, like how you turn that over? Like it's just odd. I wish I could, pick out the clips into some video to so you can understand what I'm saying there. So solid 8 for me. At this point, 29 points. It's kind of like the norm for him.
Yeah.
So obviously the expectations are higher. But I'm gonna go with an 8 tonight.
Okay. I will go with I'll give him a 9. Yeah, I'll give him a 9. Even though it got a little bit dicey. Like I said, you're on the road, hostile territory, number 1 seed in the East. Your stars got to deliver. And even though it wasn't pretty in crunch time, in that third quarter, he had 13 points. Julius had 14 points. I thought that was major. Second quarter, he was cooking as well. He really got into the game, and you need that for the role players to kind of rally behind you. So I thought they were hot, man. Now, when crunch time came, the execution wasn't as crisp. I thought he should have been passing the ball a little bit more, looking to make plays for his team. A little bit too much hero ball. But that's Captain Clutch. That's my guy. I'm gonna give him a 9. I'm gonna give him a 9. I'm gonna give him a 9. And how about Julius?
You say you don't give 10s out here, so
I gave Julius a 10 earlier this year. I gave him a 10 earlier.
Yo, that's crazy though. 37 points.
Yeah.
9 rebounds, 6 or 7 from the free throw line, 5 threes out of 13 attempts, and my man was a minus 16.
Yeah. Crazy.
So I'm gonna go with a 9.5. I think it's you see a great example there how the plus minus can be a little bit tricky because he might have been in that one spurt when the Celtics had a run and he gets hit with it.
Right.
But other than that, I mean, the guy was making clutch shot after clutch shot. And he had an outstanding performance on national television. He went up against Tatum. He went up against Jaylen Brown. He you're talking about on the road, and he played like a star. To me, that's a 9.5. So that's what I'm going to give him tonight.
I'm going 10.
Oh!
I'm going 10 for Julius Randle. Another 10. Put it in the record books, people. 2 10s for Julius Randle this year by yours truly. I'm going with a 10. I'm going with a 10. They've been telling us all year he doesn't do it against tough competition. I said, let me see what happens in money time. Now, money time for me is going to be the playoffs, but this was a playoff-type atmosphere. Number 1 team in the East, on the road, in Boston, and he set the tone early for his team, and I thought the team really rallied behind that. Because if he's starting the game off and he's bricking, and they really can't, get much momentum off of that, the game could have gotten ugly early, especially the way Boston was cooking from 3.
Wow.
But he had the single coverage of Horford. He put Horford in the retirement home. And he got 2 posters. 2 posters. What did Reggie say tonight? This was Reggie's good line. He said, Julius Randle's out here signing posters or something like that. I forgot what Reggie said. It was a good line, though. I hate giving them credit. It was a good line.
Yeah.
He bodied Horford. He bodied Tatum. He got... Yeah, what was that key? There was a key sequence. I think it was the fourth quarter where Jalen gets it to him at the nail.
Yep, he hits the mid-range.
He hits the mid-range.
He did a one step on Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, and usually one of the things that we had an issue with him in, especially was in the playoffs, was that he was operating from the right side of the court so much and really closing himself off from the entire court, and really limiting his offense, and teams were able to key in on him. But you notice in this one, he got it in the middle, made his move, and got it. And then on the next possession, he made the attempt, the offensive rebound that he got. That was big effort, man. He really fought for that, got it, and then got a fadeaway to knock that down.
Yeah, right in the paint.
Right in the paint. That was a big sequence right there. And then, he hit a big three before the RJ three, and then the 2 free throws to seal it. That's a 10. I'm going 10.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going 10, Julius, man. If you watch it, man, I'm going 10.
Can they remember that just in case,
Yeah, that's for the Randall Hive. That's for the Robert Randolphs of the world and everybody. You want to trade them and all the all the crybabies out there. I give credit where it's due. I might not believe in it in the long term, but I'm here for the short term. This is the micro post game live. This is the micro.
One game.
This is one game.
Might be different on Saturday.
Yeah, in this one game, he was a champion tonight. And as Kendrick Perkins said the duo of Randall and Brunson outdid the duo of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. That's a fact. That's a 10. That's a 10 for Julius Randolph.
Is this what, your second 10 of the season?
Yeah. For him, I think I gave Brunson a 10 before. I think I did. I got to go back into the archives. I think I did.
The second 10 goes to Julius from CP the Fanchise.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a 10, man. So
we're making progress.
Yeah, it's making progress. Baby steps. Baby steps there. So somebody said Robert and Kendrick can sleep good tonight.
They be wild.
I'm trying to improve my profile on the facial recognition for when I step into the building next week. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to improve my score from like a 9 to like a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you saw what Dolan said today.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'm trying to improve my score on the facial recognition. Say he's harmless, but still don't give him access to anything.
I'm pretty sure you have rules though.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Don't let him stream.
I'm curious, man.
Keep an eye on him.
Yeah. For anybody that works at MSG Security, man, if you could print out what my profile says on the facial recognition, I'll be there on Tuesday against the Lakers. I'm curious. I'm curious to see what that how that looks. Yeah.
Man, you gonna go watch LeBron?
Yeah, I got
probably make history against us.
I gotta go watch LeBron. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of the few times. Like you gotta, you know what I mean? It's like one of the last times you gotta go see LeBron. Man.
That's a fact.
I went last year. He didn't play.
Yeah. So this one, that's gonna be a big game. Now you say it that way. Yeah. He didn't play last year.
Yeah, he didn't play last year.
LeBron at the Garden. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's must-watch TV.
Right. I got to check LeBron, man.
He might be a Knick next season.
Bron and Bronny. Oh, man. Who knows, man? Who knows? All right. Last two of the night. Phil from Queens. Phil, let's go.
Hey, how you doing, CP?
Good, man. How you feeling?
Good. Probably the best win of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I do rapid fire legit.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, Tibbs. I think people don't give respect to Tibbs. Knicks never played defense. One of the things you got to do at the Garden, because everybody wants to have their best game because it's the biggest arena, is play defense. I think that's why we're having trouble winning.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is the late game execution. I think everybody's giving Brunson credit because we got a steady hand at the point guard. But they're not talking about how he's not getting people involved. Like, RJ should be more involved, than just in overtime after they sub. They don't take a shot till there's like 7 seconds left, or get the ball out of his hand until there's 7 seconds left in the shot clock. And the last thing, Randall is definitely an all-star. I don't even know why people are saying if and or but. You know what I'm saying? Definitely with that. And last thing, I'm sorry, I know I said last thing already, but I don't think they should make any moves at the deadline other than trading Cam. Everything should happen in the off season. And shout out to y'all. You're doing an amazing job.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot. Okay, and last but not least, Kumar from Connecticut. Kumar, how you feeling?
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Thank you, CP and JB, both of you. Thank you very much. You do an outstanding job.
Thanks.
CP, this gentleman just before me, he said we should not do any trades. I'm just curious. I've never seen anyone pick up this point. Right now, he's at his playing high level best right now. So this is as high as he's going to get. Do you think if you trade Randall and get some good pieces? I'm just curious. Do you think, because since he's playing very well right now, what are the chances? Let's say they want to do it. What are the chances we'll get a good package back, rather, or maybe a superstar with a couple picks? Just curious.
Okay.
And
I'm not answering
very
that.
happy with it.
Go ahead, Kumar. Last point.
No, I said, no, my point is, do you think probably you should do the trade and get a good pieces for Randall while he's hot right now? Because when you think about it, 2 years back, he was playing very well, and obviously last year was disaster.
Yeah.
Do you think he's playing well right now? The chances are he's not going to play as well as he's doing right now. So, just curious.
All right,
Thank you.
Appreciate the call, man.
Might as well been Ari.
Yeah, no, I forgot Ari's on the Discord, so we'll
No,
let
I'm saying with what he said, might as well.
Yeah. Let's get Ari in here, man. Let's get Ari in here. Let's get Ari in here.
Because he say that's what I'm saying. Might as well been Ari because you gave him a 10, last call of the night, and he said let's trade him.
Oh man, Ari, did you send this guy? Did you send Kumar from Connecticut, man?
No, I didn't send Kumar. I didn't, but CP,
90 seconds.
10s are for the playoffs, pal. Like we can't be giving out 10s like that, bro. Come on, bro.
Man.
Come on. And listen, before I get into my take, I know Kendrick said that Jaylen Brown and that Brunson and Randall outperformed Tatum and Brown, but Jay from Florida and Ari from Manhattan are going to outperform CP the Fanchise and Jay Boogie when we get that thing popping. I'm just letting you know that. Right? We ready. We ready for that. Right? I'm just letting you know we ready.
What is this? What is this? How did I get involved? I'm just the moderator.
Well, listen, you got your horse in the race. I got mine. We make a little event out of it, and that's it, pal. That's it. We do it up.
Okay, so you're coming in as the manager, as the corner guy.
I'm the Don King. I'm the Don King.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. So a little promoter, a little Bob Arum type of thing. Okay, I got you.
Exactly. You blow it up. You do it all. We take some bets. We do it nice.
Okay. All right. Let's do it.
But yeah. Listen, everyone in chat's saying, Ari doesn't call on wins. Ari dumps smoke on wins. Yeah. Well, Ari's here right now. All right, Ari's here right now, and Ari's got COVID again. All right. So,
oh man, what is this, like number 5 for you? You got COVID more than Robert Horry got rings, man.
I had strep throat last month. I got COVID now, but listen, I party, man. I'm not here for a long time.
Yeah, man, that's the thing, man. You kissing all them girls, man. You got to be careful, bro. Yeah,
you definitely on that yellow.
Listen, man, the only thing I'm trying to kiss right now is the Larry O'Brien, pal. All right?
No doubt.
How are we gonna do that? But listen, this is a good win. I'm not gonna downplay the win, man. It was a good win. Julius Randle played out of his mind. Listen, you go into Boston, it's hard to win in Boston. The best team in the league, or at least the best. They're the number 1 seed in the East. Now, so it was a good win. But listen, late game executions are still an issue. Like you put length on Brunson, the guy disappears, bro. It's like there's no offensive creativity down the stretch whatsoever. It's my turn, your turn basketball. In the first quarter, RJ, Brunson, and Randall took every single shot besides one shot. So we were playing 3-on-5 in the first quarter, and we were down by 8 points. Thank God we have Emmanuel Quickly, who's like the most impactful player. I'm happy people are putting respect on his name because he switched the tempo of the game and everything like that. But listen, I'm not gonna be negative. I'm not gonna be Debbie Downer today. Listen, I could easily be Debbie Downer about what Dolan said and about Begley's mailbag report. How if you just make it to the first round and you lose in the first round, it's okay. It's like we have the lowest expectations out of anything. I know everybody's skydiving today, but I'm closing the window shut. All right, I'm locking the door. All right, I'm not jumping out anywhere. This is one game, okay? This is one game. 3 days ago or 5 days ago, I called in, and we were ready to tank, and everybody was like ready to put on the fatigues. Now we win 2 games by 1 point each. When we get lucky, two shots, Jalen Brunson misses free throws, and now everybody's jumping out the window, right? So we got to keep like you said, CP, and I know this is a micro show. So in the micro, we're happy. Great win. In the macro, there's some things we have to worry about. And the last thing I'll say before I end this is that my biggest concern right now, to what kind of JD was talking about. First of all, like, who do I want out of all these guys? Like, I don't want any of them. I want the picks, but forget about that. What I'm saying is I don't want this win, this one singular win, really, to change the front office's mind on whether or not they're going to trade draft picks at the deadline to bring a win now player. I don't want the front office to think that we're any closer to a chip just because of one freaking game, and then we actually are. So I agree with I don't know if it was Kumar or the guy before said let's not make any moves. Let's just not make any moves, man. Let's not make any moves. If we win, we win. If we don't, we don't. That's my take. All right, man. Thank you for letting me call in.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man. We gotta get Ari some soup or something, man. Get well soon, bro. Get well soon, man. He even had a cough before he closed out, man. That's bad. Ari's in bad shape, bro.
Yeah, doesn't sound too good right now.
Yeah. Get that man some soup or something, man. You know what I'm saying? Great show, man. Took this thing at 2 hours, but it was well worth it, man. It was one of those nights, we just had to go. And great show, everybody, man. Great show, all the channel members. Great show, all the mods. Great show, Chuck, DTM, everybody in here, man. Let's salute the super chats. Devin DiPero says, I thought we were going to get cooked this week without Mitch, but I'm glad we are playing tough against good teams. Curious to see what we do at the deadline and if we can hold out until Mitch comes back. Yeah, you just never know in this league, man. The games are played the games aren't played on paper. You got to go out there and play a game. Knicks played their A game and got out of there with a win. Nate Lopez, good win. RJ's game tonight is a perfect example of what his season has been so far. Starts off rusty, then comes up big when he least expected. Shout out Corey Mitchell. Shout out Emil Beaumont-Sour, $10 Australian super chat. Says one thing I was worried about going in was who was guarding Tatum with our small size in the perimeter. One thing I wasn't thinking is who's guarding Randall. When he is on, he is hard to guard. Yeah, RIP Al Horford tonight. Shout out my guy Ty Morris. Salute Ty. He said, thank God this is a family show. Knicks are a woman that breaks your heart time and time again, but you stick with her because when she does you right, it's the best feeling in the world. You just can't help who you love. Yeah, that was real. Will Colwell, $10 super chat says, outcomes like this happen when we hit our free throws in crunch time. First Lady of Sports says, $20 super chat says, Randall and Brunson were playing again on the All-Star game. They played very selfish in the first quarter, and Brunson was really selfish in the fourth, but we won. It's a fair point. Shout out to Josh. Bobby Elliott, Will Hooper, $5 super chat says, even though we're 29th in assists, we have the 6th best offensive rating. Yeah, you got 2 good shot creators in Randall and Brunson getting it done for you. Ty Busy. Rounds 2 missed free throws proves that ball don't lie. I got that one. Eli Richie, appreciate it. Devin, appreciate it. Chuck, appreciate it. D-Dub says, great game. Always nice to get a win on national television. We got to stop coaching up these leads, though. Coughing up these leads. Got to keep your foot on them. David R. $10 super chat says, one thing not talked about is how Tibbs let Randall and Brunson rest midway through the fourth instead of burning them through the whole fourth quarter. That rest allowed them to be fresh for OT. That is on the bench. The bench delivered. Tibbs gave him the time. That's on IQ. McBride, Obies, Hartenstein. Played great. Irish Cox, $20 super chat. Appreciate it. Boxing Fan 189 says, can we applaud the player rotation tonight? He's listening, guys. They executed. Anthony Dahani says, if anyone mentions Mo Bamba tonight, then I'll know for sure this fan base is completely incapable of happiness. Let's go, Knicks. Far Pat, appreciate it. Jason 20 says, too much hero ball, but can we talk about how clean RJ's corner 3 was? Wish it was Breen doing the game for a bang. But heck, Kevin Harlan did a good job. Yeah, I like Kevin Harlan. A.E. Kennedy says, let's stop focusing on what Julius isn't, start focusing on what he is, a grown man with the best player on the team. Owen A. $10 super chat says, what a character building win. Knicks fans, let's soak it in. Props to CP and the whole KFTV crew. Junior Karoma $5 super chat says, the chat stays disrespecting RJ. For RJ to hit a dagger 3 and 2 clutch free throws to seal the game. Keep it up, RJ haters. B. Will, appreciate it. David Fonseca says, I think we're going to see with iHeart is him finally giving in to Tibbs' philosophy. Oh, I got that one. A.E. Kennedy, appreciate it. Mac 400, King adds. Josh says, all personnel need a ceasefire for the Knicks. Let's enjoy the win and get back to Fire Tips tomorrow. Got that one already. Appreciate it. Strong Green, appreciate it. Okay. Great show, everybody. We will see you guys on Saturday, man. Remember to support our sponsors, man. athleticgreens.com/KnicksFanTV. Go to manscaped.com/KnicksFanTV for 20% off plus free shipping. If you go to Athletic Greens with your purchase, you'll get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D as well as 5 travel packs. So that's a good deal as well. And go to prizepicks.com. Use promo code KFTV for an instant deposit match of up to $100. And remember that the show is brought to you in audio podcast format as well. So if you missed it on video, check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, all the major ones. We are there. And good show, man. See you guys Saturday. JD, great show. Knicks versus Nets, 3 in a row coming. Let's go. Peace.